Dorothy?
I didn't want to hear it from Brian Gumble, and I don't want to hear it from you.
Problem?
I still don't have a date for Jenny's wedding. My own goddaughter, and I'm going to show up alone.
How humiliating.
Don't rub it in.
And then for me.
I called every guy I know, and they all came up with the same lame excuse.
What?
I don't want to go.
Good morning. Dorothy, do you have a date yet?
I don't want to go.
Dorothy, I'll get you a date. You can borrow one of my extras. What kind of guy would you like? She's not picky.
Yes, I am.
Right, you could circle the globe without finding another Stan.
Look, why do you care if I have a date?
Family honor, especially at this wedding.
What's so special about this wedding?
Dorothy's goddaughter is marrying the grandson of Giuseppe Mangiacavallo.
So?
Let her tell the story. When I was 14 in Sicily, my father arranged a marriage with a neighbor's son. My dowry was 2 chickens, a ladle, and a goat to be named later.
We came from a wealthy family.
The day of my wedding, as I stood at the altar, the boy I was to marry was on a cattle boat headed for America. That night, on a tear-stained pillow, I put a curse on him.
Curse?
Nothing fancy, I remember I said. Giuseppe Mangiacavallo, from this day forward, may you and all your future generations never know true love. May you be sterile and may all your offspring be sterile. May your hair never lie flat. And may your socks always slip down inside your shoes.
And this is the same Giuseppe Mangiacavallo who is the grandfather of the groom?
Now, you see why I want us to look good at this wedding.
Look, Ma, I don't know how to break this to you.
Gently, I'm old.
Giuseppe Mangiacavallo has had a fabulous life. He's in his 80s, is a multi-millionaire, and enjoys perfect health.
Well, it's a very slow-acting curse.
So it would appear.
That's the beauty of it. He's been lulled into a false sense of security for the past 70 years, so I don't want you showing up like a wallflower and blowing my big moment.
Sophia's right. Oh, Dorothy, come on, borrow one of my men. One of my many.
All right. For Ma's sake. Now, let's see, you're going with Howard.
Dr. Howard.
How about Doug?
Oh, Dorothy, not Doug. I couldn't possibly. He's on my A-list. I mean, come on, Dorothy. He's a judge. He's fun to be with, and I haven't paid a speeding ticket in 6 months.
This is why I hate doing this. You always do this, Blanche. You always keep all the good guys for yourself, and you give us the leftovers. You know what your trouble is?
Of course not.
You're only generous when it doesn't mean anything, but you won't give if it's going to hurt.
Hey, Dorothy, you could always call Claude Hughes.
Oh, come on, Ma. Claude Hughes is the dullest, ugliest man I know.
So what's the problem?
He didn't want to go. Oh, Ma, now that you've finished, could I see that? Next time I'll ask you to hand me the candlestick. Look, Ma, it's not so terrible if I go to the wedding alone. Hi, Rose.
It's not fair. I don't deserve these kinds of problems. Oh, honey, maybe I can help. I live to help. I'm a great friend, contrary to popular belief. Miles can't take me to the wedding. He's going to be out of town at a teaching seminar. No, I can't go.
Well, that shouldn't keep you from going.
Oh, I have my reasons. It's a long story.
Gotta run.
Now, what's this all about? Well, it started 40 years ago.
Oh, my God.
At my wedding in St. Olaf's Great Shepherd Church. Oh, it was beautiful. Especially when all those balloons dropped from the ceiling.
You had balloons in the church?
Well, it's not as if we filled them with air. We learned our lesson. I mean, you put air in them and the St. Olaf Boys Choir used them to make those disgusting noises. Go on with your story, darling. I can't deep that. And after the wedding, Charlie and I had the most exciting, passionate night of our lives. After that, whenever we'd go to a wedding, we'd end up going home and putting on the cast album of Song of Norway, going crazy on each other.
What are you saying, Rose? Weddings get you hot?
Yes. I mean, it was fine while Charlie was alive, but I'll never forget that first wedding after he died. So now you see why I can't go if Miles is going to be out of town. I might end up almost going to bed with the caterer again.
Rose, I want to help, but first you have to tell me what the problem is.
Oh, Rose, honey, you have nothing to worry about. We wouldn't let you do something you'd regret.
That's what I was going to say, I swear.
You're such good friends.
You hear that, Dorothy?
You're trying too hard, Blanche.
Well, you hurt me with what you said. Oh, Dorothy, let me get you somebody hot off my A-list. Somebody tall, good-looking, goes with everything.
Doug?
How about an ex-race car driver, speaks 5 languages, has 3 car dealerships, has a slight limp so he can only dance in a circle, but that works at a wedding.
Doug!
I got an anesthesiologist, but you won't feel anything.
Doug!
All right, Doug. But listen, don't you forget, you be careful. This man is on loan from the Blanche Devereaux collection.
What a beautiful wedding, and Ma, nothing went wrong.
A curse doesn't work in a church. Too many statues. Give it time.
Is it just me, or did anybody else notice the buns on that priest?
Rose, honey, take it easy. Breathe deeply. It'll be all right.
Don't worry, honey. Nothing to worry about. We're here to look out for you.
Well, I just hope the band doesn't play the St. Olaf wedding march.
I think the chances of their playing that are pretty slim.
Well, I don't know. It got awfully popular after Laurel and Hardy started using it as their theme song.
We're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Dorothy, I'm going to find Mangiacavallo. I wanted to see the tasty little morsel he let slip through his fingers. Where's Doug?
Oh, he's checking our coats. Blanche, I want to thank you. You know, he's really a very nice guy.
Well, that's fine for you, but I don't know why I even came. This is the last time I ever date a doctor. Imagine dumping me for an emergency appendectomy. Just hate it when these doctors use the Hippocratic Oath as an excuse for everything.
Blanche, it was its appendix.
Sorry that took so long, Dorothy. Shall we sit down?
Yes, let's.
Sophia! After all this time, I was hoping you'd come.
I wouldn't have missed it.
You still got those beautiful eyes that light up a room.
I had cataracts.
Very becoming.
Okay, enough chit-chat. I fix it so all this will come crashing down on your head.
What are you talking about?
I'm finally going to get my revenge. I put a curse on you.
There are no curses, Sophia. That's 1,000 miles and 100 years ago. Sophia put a curse on me.
Dorothy looks very happy, doesn't she, Sophia? You really came through, Blanche. I feel all warm inside. This must be what they call the joy of giving. Feels a lot like cramps.
Cocktail wiener?
Aren't you nice? Did you like jazz?
No, ma'am.
I've always felt there was something about a man with a tray. Is it warm in here?
Would you just look at them?
good together, don't they? Well, I don't think so. I think Dorothy's fallen for him. Little Miss Hard to Get has been letting him lead.
I'm going to go find the men's room.
Oh, it's right down the hall on your right.
Blanche, I want to thank you. I am really having a good time.
You know, Dorothy, there's a thin line between having a good time and becoming an obvious wanton slut. I know, my toe's been on that line.
Sophia, I was hoping we could dance.
Don't try to kiss up. It's too late. The blight is coming, a plague on both your houses.
Actually, I have 4 houses and a summer home.
Come on, Ma, calm down. There was no curse. Nothing's gonna happen.
How could you do that to me?
What are you making such a thing?
Leave me alone. I hate you.
Just a little lover's quarrel. Please go on with the party. I better see what's wrong.
Care to dance?
Love to.
Can you believe that?
Was that worth waiting 70 years for, or what? I love it. The Mangiacavallo curse is finally kicking in. Vengeance is mine. Do you think they'll let us take home the centerpieces?
Can you believe it? She's been dancing with him for the last half hour.
Don't let it get to you, pussycat.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
All your whining is lousing up the happiest day of my life.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I couldn't help noticing. How do you make your eyes twirl around like that?
It's not hard. I just try to think of 2 things at once.
Well, it's very attractive. Have you always been able to do it?
No, only at weddings.
Excuse me. Look at the way Blanche is nuzzling up to him. Look, I'm not going to take this lying down.
I don't think you're going to be invited.
If you'll excuse me, I just want to fix my face.
Oh, I don't know whether you've noticed, but women usually do this in pairs.
Yeah. Am I the only one who feels like ripping her clothes off and doing the hokey pokey?
No, Rose, I think they're just waiting for someone to get them started.
Right, Blanche, what are you doing?
Just trying to make myself even more attractive. Pointless, isn't it?
I mean, what are you doing with Doug? He is here with me.
Well, I know that. I'm the one who set it up in the first place, Dorothy. By the way, he said some very nice things about you.
I said you were going to do this. I knew you were going to do this, and now you have done it.
Dorothy, you're starting to upset me. Do you want to ruin my whole evening? After all, it's your fault.
How is it my fault?
If you'd let me get you somebody on my B list, I never would have been so attracted to him. No tissue.
Listen, Blanche, we have to talk.
Not now, Dorothy.
Suit yourself.
Dorothy, will you let me out of here?
No way, Blanche.
Oh, well, you can't do this. It's a violation of my civil rights.
You have the time, you have the paper. Why don't you sit down and write a long letter to your senator?
I have a steady boyfriend, and he's out of town, so unfortunately I'm not available. Unless, of course, you like jazz.
Well, I've got Dizzy Gillespie back at my place.
Does he like jazz?
Why don't we find out?
Okie dokie, Daddy-o.
Sophia.
Still alive?
Sophia, please. Joey's alone in the bridal suite. The bride is who knows where. And the band doesn't even know Valari. You've got to do something about the curse, Sophia.
Oh, so now you believe.
I guess you can't get away from your roots.
Why should I do this for you? First you left me at the altar. You shamed me. You shamed my father. You left me with a sullied reputation.
But we didn't do anything.
Well, how do you think that made me look?
I was a kid. I was scared that if I got married and had a family, I never would get out of that village. Leaving you was the toughest thing that I ever did.
Yeah. I was quite a dish back then.
Longest legs of any girl in the village.
Dorothy, let me out of here right now.
There's only one way out, Blanche, and I don't think you can hold your breath long enough.
You're just making a mountain out of a molehill.
5 years of molehills. They add up.
Well, I didn't know Doug meant this much to you.
I'm not talking about Doug. This is about you. She asked me for another chance. I gave it to her. I trusted her. Biggest mistake I ever made.
You're right, Aunt Dorothy. You can't trust people. Joey just told me about some of the things that went on at his bachelor party.
Bachelor parties can be fun.
And Blanche?
Darling, you look lovely.
You know what you said about not trusting people made all the sense in the world. I should go tell Joey the same thing.
Honey, it may not be the same thing. Joey didn't lie to you. He told you the truth.
I guess.
Sounds to me like you two just had a little misunderstanding. Not 5 years of deliberate betrayal.
Dorothy, you do that one more time, I'm going to write on this wall for a good time called Dorothy's Bornak.
Blanche, this is the ladies' room.
Right.
Jen, honey, I think you should go and talk to Joey. The best thing to do in any relationship is talk.
That's
I have
right.
nothing to say to you.
Sophia, I can't believe that saying this will right 70 years of being wrong.
Just say it. It'll make me feel better.
Sophia, I can't.
Do it.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please? This is Sophia Petrillo, the girl who stood me up at the altar 70 years ago. And I just asked her to be my wife again, and again she said no.
Go on.
And so from now on, I'm gay.
Okay, we're even. Now let's go take care of the kids.
Ma, have you seen Rose?
She left with Doug. Boy, were her eyes twirling.
How could she do this to me? Or you? Who did she do this to? Dorothy, what's happening?
Oh, Blanche, don't you see we were supposed to look after her? We knew that she gets hot at weddings. She was counting on us.
You don't look after me when I get hot.
That's because I also have a day job.
Here's the bridal suite. I'll bless you in my prayers for this, Sophia.
I might as well give them the chance we never got. Now, this could take a while, and it won't be pretty. Did you ever see The Exorcist?
No.
Good movie. Well, here goes. Oh, sorry, kids. Don't stop on my account. Curse is over.
Dorothy, I wish you'd talk to me. I really do, because what I need is a good talking to. I don't care what you say, just so long as you care enough to say it.
You stink.
God bless you, Doug.
I don't want to talk about it, Blanche. I'm too worried about Rose.
I guess we weren't very good friends to her, were we?
No, we weren't.
Oh, I hope she can forgive us.
She will. That's what she does best. You know, Blanche, I owe you an apology. How can I be high and mighty about my friendship with you when I can't do Rose the simple favor of keeping her out of trouble? What I have to do is remember you for the person you are and accept you.
I'm sorry, Dorothy, what'd you say? I thought I had established eye contact with one of the guys in the rhythm section.
Hello again.
Where's Rose?
You know, I don't know what happened. We got in the car, we were going to my place. Well, she wanted to go to my place. And then she didn't want to go to my place, and the next thing I know, we were headed for the airport.
Oh, that is low. Not only do you take advantage of her, but you take her to the one area in town that has the cheapest motel rates.
Blanche, I took her to the airport so she could catch a plane to be with this guy Miles. Must really be something.
So is Rose.
So, either of you ladies care to dance?
Doug, you left here with another woman. You were going to take her to your place. Now you come back here and ask us if we still want to dance? How can you do that?
Still early.
Remember that restaurant in Sicily we used to go to on Sundays? I'd save up all week for one plate of pasta that we'd share.
With checkered tablecloths, a candle in the Chianti bottle, bad paintings of the Colosseum.
You remember?
No, but the odds were in my favor.
Oh, there it is. Ma, what are you doing with my resume?
Punching it up. How's this? 1946 to 1984 took part in extensive anthropological research.
Why anthropological research?
Because it's better than saying married to a baboon for 38 years.
Look, Ma, if I'm going to get this job as vice principal, I'm going to get it honestly.
Oh, girls, I have a date with the most cultured, urbane, sophisticated man in the whole world.
You know George Goober Lindsay?
Even more sophisticated, Rose. His name is Donald Parker Everett. He's the new curator at the museum.
Oh, Blanche. Honey, it's not a good idea to go out with someone you work with.
Oh, come on, Dorothy. I've heard you talk about Ted, the track coach, how sexy and virile he is.
Just talk. I wouldn't dream of going after him.
Even if she did, he'd easily outrun her.
Rose, it's not that funny.
I know. I think I better keep the lid on this paint thinner.
Dorothy, I can't finish this picture.
Why not?
I can't paint a horse from memory.
What you need is a model.
I know a place where you can see a horse. I know a place where you can see horses and lots of little men in silk pants with whips. Or you could go to the racetrack instead.
Well, that could be fun. What do you say, Dorothy?
I don't think so. I haven't been to the track in 15 years.
I'll go on, Dorothy. Take her. It'll be a fun afternoon, and Rose can memorize a horse.
I'd rather not.
Oh, Dorothy, please, come on, be a pal. I'd do it for you.
Why can't you go by yourself?
I'm afraid to go to the track by myself. You always meet a lot of lecherous guys out for a good time who think they can impress you by throwing their money around.
Oh, damn, I wish I didn't have to go to work today. Well, Dorothy, you go. You can relax and take your mind off your job interview tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, all right.
Oh, good. I would lend you my pass to the jockey's lounge, but you don't want to date a jockey. The sex is over too fast, and afterwards, the only nice thing they have to say to you is, good girl, good girl. Sophia, I've decided to wear this little watch on a chain nestled cunningly in my cleavage. What other accessories do I need?
Implants. Dorothy's parking the car. I have to get a horse in this picture while it's still fresh in my mind. I don't know whether to paint Old Silver, the horse who brought the news to St. Olaf that the British had no intention of coming. Or Old Brisker, the horse who, because of a printing error on the ballot slips, was elected water commissioner for 6 months.
Hi, did you have fun at the track?
You went to the track? Oh, we had a wonderful day. And thanks to Dorothy's expert tips, I made enough money to buy more art supplies. Dorothy, I want to see you in the kitchen.
I'm sorry, Ma. I'm a little busy.
Fine. I'll eat a bowl of chili and we'll talk later in your bedroom.
Mother.
What the hell were you doing at the racetrack?
Oh, Ma, come on. You're making too much of this. I haven't gambled in 15 years, and I didn't put down any bets for myself today either. It was just nice to know that I could still pick a winner.
This from a woman who's got a Dukakis bumper sticker covering up her Mondale bumper sticker?
Look, Ma, I admit that once I did have a small gambling problem.
A small problem? You bet against your own son's Little League team.
Ma, I had to. I knew that their star pitcher had after-school detention.
You were his teacher. You gave him detention. Of all the things you could have inherited from your father, you had to pick this damn gambling disease.
Oh, Ma, will you get off my back? Now, come on, you don't have to worry about me. I had a nice day at the track, and that's that. And Pop did not have a problem.
Dorothy, I spent too many years denying your father's addiction. He was a gambler to his dying day. In fact, his last words were, $10 says I don't need this oxygen tank.
Why, Donald, I see by my watch that you're right on time.
Looking lovely.
Thank you. I'll just get my purse and we'll go. Oh, this is my roommate, Rose.
Oh, Blanche, before you leave, will you take a look at this horse and tell me if it looks like old Brisker is pulling the beer wagon?
Honey, why don't you ask Donald to look at old Briscoe? He knows a lot about art.
I'd be happy to.
It's quite good. It's an interesting primitive. In fact, it makes me think of Grandma Moses.
She must have been pretty strong to do the work of a Clydesdale.
You really can't blame her, Donald. She doesn't work in the museum the way we do.
I call them Winter of St. Olaf, and Spring of St. Olaf, and Summer of St. Olaf.
Why haven't you painted the Fall of St. Olaf?
Because it hasn't happened yet. Although we came pretty close when new math came along.
Rose, I think he's referring to autumn. Donald, maybe we better go.
You know, Rose, we have a special section set aside for local artists. When you finish the series, maybe we can hang them in the museum.
Wow, hanging in the museum? Well, none of my relatives ever hung in a museum. Oh, wait, Uncle Gustav. Well, actually, he hung in the barn. But that was only when he discovered his horse had defeated him for water commissioner.
Oh, so you're studying for your interview.
I know it's a lot of added responsibility, but I really want this job.
Then why are you reading the racing form?
The racing form? Why would you think I'm reading the racing form?
You can't lie to your mother. Mothers always know when you lie. Don't you think I knew what your brother Phil was doing in the bathroom when he said he was oiling his baseball glove? He was working on his simplicity patterns.
Well, good night, sleep tight, see you in the morning light. It's the best light to paint by, you know. Oh, I like this painting. And I'm getting better at it all the time. Pretty soon I'll be able to copy St. Olaf's most famous religious painting, The Last Pancake Breakfast.
Blanche! Honey, what's wrong? You're shaking.
I have been humiliated and degraded.
Many times. You just figured it out now?
The evening started off wonderfully. Donald took me to a beautiful restaurant. He ordered everything in French, which totally confused our waiter, Chip. Then he took me dancing, and he was a perfect gentleman.
Get to the humiliation and degradation part.
Then I suggested we go back to his place. When we got there, I went to the bathroom to freshen up. After I had removed all of my clothes, I noticed his monogram velour bathrobe hanging there. Thinking only of his pleasure, I decided to slip into it. Oh, God, I looked so fetching. I could not wait for him to see me. I emerged, framed in the doorway, and slowly let the bathrobe slide from my perfect body. And you know what he said to me? Put your clothes back on. I'm going to take you home. How can I ever look him in the eye? Well, I'll never be able to go back to work again. Oh, put your clothes back on. That's the first time anybody's ever said that to me. Well, without shining a flashlight in my face.
Hello? I'm Dorothy Zbornak. I have an appointment about the vice principal's job. Yes, unfortunately, my car broke down and I'm stuck here at the auto mechanics. Is there any way that Mr. Pratt could see me later this afternoon? He could. 4:45 would be perfect. Thanks so much. I'll see you then. $20 to win on Ma's Mouth. It's a hunch. Hi, you still painting out there?
Yeah, but I'm having trouble. I don't know, I think it's impossible to paint autumn in St. Olaf.
How come?
Maybe it's because of the horrible St. Olaf falling leaf story.
Please, Rose, if this is a story about a man named Leaf, I don't want to hear it.
It's not that long.
No.
It has a surprise ending.
All right, Rose, just the ending, but keep it short.
Splat. Hi, girl. Hi, Blanche. You're not going to go to work dressed like that, are you?
No, Rose, I'm going to put on pumps instead of slippers. Why does she even ask such things?
I'll allow the question.
No, Rose, I'm not going to work. Oh, girls, I just can't. Donald will be there.
Blanche, you're going to have to face that man sometime.
Look, I appreciate your concern, Rose, but I will not go into that museum today. I have my dignity. I have my pride.
Oh, Blanche, your copy of Slung magazine just arrived.
Dorothy Zbornak, you're in big trouble.
What? What did I do?
You lied to me, that's what you did. I was going through your purse and look at what I found. Betting slips. You went to the track again. How could you, Dorothy? I've spent the best years of my life trying to give you a sense of moral responsibility.
Ma, what were you doing in my purse?
Stealing.
But Dorothy, weren't you supposed to interview for that vice principal's job yesterday?
I rescheduled.
For when?
All right, I rescheduled and then I missed the appointment.
Dorothy, it's happening again. You're losing control.
I really didn't want that job anyway. I don't need that kind of pressure in my life.
You know what you're going to wind up with in your life? Nothing. Then what are you going to do? Sponge off your kids? Move in with them? Have them take care of you? Okay, bad example. But I'm telling you, Dorothy, this is going to ruin your life.
Well, Dorothy, I'm worried about you.
Please, don't you start. I had a problem 15 years ago. That's a long time. I've learned a little something since then. A lot has happened. And I've lived with the temptations.
Well, isn't that something? You think you know somebody, then you find out something like this. Hard to believe.
I'll see. To think Dorothy's lived with the Temptations. I've never even been to one of their concerts.
Rose, what are you doing?
I heard the creative process is a lot like giving birth, so I'm doing my Lamaze breathing.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought I wasn't the only one with the invisible man fantasy.
I am so uptight. Donald's expecting this painting, and I really don't want to let it down.
Listen, after what he did to me, feel free to let him down.
You know, Blanche, I was thinking about that story you told us about you and Donald.
You mean when I dropped my robe and stood there in all my nakedness and asked him for a romp?
Right. I was wondering if maybe you were too direct.
In what way?
How can I explain this? Okay. this little possum in my St. Olaf painting? Well, every year she goes into her mating ritual and gives off little signals. I mean, she releases a scent, she changes the way she stands, she makes tiny little whistling noises.
I do that.
Yes, but don't you see, that's all she does. I mean, she plays hard to get. And believe me, it works. I mean, men find her very attractive.
You mean males?
No, I mean men.
Blanche, I need you to take me to the eye doctor. It's time for a new prescription.
I thought Dorothy was taking you.
I don't know any Dorothy.
She's your daughter, Sophia.
I'm being dramatic, you moron. I mean, I spit at the name Dorothy. I have no daughter. I have no spit.
Honey, can't you go to the eye doctor tomorrow?
Please, I can hardly see my own hand in front of my face.
That's my hand, Sophia.
Oh, thank God. I saw so many little spots I thought I was being attacked by a Dalmatian.
Dorothy, Spornak. Yeah, listen, I need to place another bet. I'll get that money to you tomorrow. No, I'm good for it. Listen, there's a horse that looks good to me at Hialeah today. Salisbury Shrew. In the second race, make it 100.
Let's go, Dorothy.
I've gotta go. Thanks, Frank.
Sophia, why are you up?
Same reason you're up.
You're filled with anxiety?
I'm old.
I'm not old.
Oh, forgive me. I'm supposed to support your vain, narcissistic fantasy that you're still in your 40s.
It's either that or a big rent raise.
Hi, you guys. What are you doing up?
Sophia's old and I'm filled with anxiety.
Blanche, you can't stay home from work forever. Can't you just swallow your pride?
There's no room for it. You just scoffed down a bag of Chips Ahoy.
Why are you insulting me?
It's a defense mechanism. I guess it's to hide my feelings when I'm deeply upset.
Oh, well, I understand. In that case, I won't take it personally.
Thanks, you human mattress. I'm sorry. I'm just so worried about Dorothy. I keep remembering how bad it was the last time she let this gambling thing take over her life. There was nothing I could do. That's when she hit bottom.
What happened?
Because of her gambling debts, she had to borrow money from loan sharks, and she couldn't pay it back. She came to me crying because she was going to lose her house. The only way we could get the money was with Sal's life insurance.
So you killed Sal?
Of course not. By the way, what kind of policy do you have? Well, we cashed in the policies and paid the sharks off. But I didn't give Dorothy the money until she agreed to go to Gamblers Anonymous.
I can understand now why you're deeply upset.
Thanks, you human speed bump. Sorry.
We understand.
I'll get it. Hello? Yes, Frank, I am aware of that. No, I'll have the money to you today. Cash, of course.
Dorothy, I need a fresh eye. Does this look any good to you?
It's great.
You didn't even look at it. I bet you can't even tell me what it is.
Well, of course I can, Rose. What the hell is it, Rose?
That's it. I don't think I want to paint for the museum anymore.
Whatever you want.
It's making me a nervous wreck. I used to love painting. Now it's getting to be an obsession. And obsessions can be dangerous.
Well, that's just because you're prone to them. Some people aren't. Where the hell is the racing form?
I don't know why do you need it.
I don't. It's not important. Actually, Rose, I need cash. Quick. And I'm up to my limit at the automated teller.
Is this about the phone call you just received?
The phone? Yes. It was the paper boy. I forgot to pay him last week.
How much do you need?
$250.
Isn't that kind of a lot for the paper boy?
Rose, the truth is, I need the money so my mother can have an operation.
Sophia needs an operation?
Not an actual operation. She's just going to have her face done.
How's she going to get it done?
Southwestern, Rose. Look, Rose, I need the money. You're just going to have to trust me.
Well, of course I trust you. You're my best friend. You can take everything I have.
Well, don't give me everything you have. I mean, all I need is a couple $100, you know, so that I can...
You don't owe me any explanation. Here. I want you to take my bank card and take as much money as you need and pay me back whenever you can.
Oh, thanks a lot. And don't you worry, I'll have this money back before you know it.
Oh, no hurry. I trust you completely.
Yeah, well, Rose, I mean, you shouldn't trust anyone completely.
Dorothy, if I can't trust you, whom can I trust? You're practically a sister to me.
Yeah, well, sisters often lie, Rose, and even best friends take advantage of each other occasionally.
I don't think so.
Rose, you should. You're being very naive.
I'm not naive.
Yes, you are. You are being naive now. Don't you see? I'm stealing your money.
I know, Dorothy. But I was hoping you'd have a hard time taking advantage of somebody who cares about you as much as I do.
I need help, Rose. Oh, God, I hate the lying.
Dorothy, I lied to you, too. You could never have used that bank card. You don't have my personal identification number, and you'd never guess it in 1,000 years.
Rose, honey, it's right here. You've written it on the card.
Well, that's because I have trouble guessing it, too.
So then I went up to the podium and I said, my name is Dorothy and I have a gambling problem. You know, when I left Gamblers Anonymous 15 years ago, I thought I'd never have to say those words again.
Well, let's hope this time you get cured.
Oh, you're never really cured, Rose. You just have to learn to live each day just one day at a time.
Well, of course you do, Dorothy. I mean, if you took them two at a time, you'd end up constantly changing your underwear.
Go ahead, stand up and say it. My name is Rose, and I'm an idiot.
Girl.
Blanche, you finally dressed.
Yeah, I went back to work.
Good for you.
And you know what I found out? The reason Donald rejected me was he has this strict personal rule against getting involved with anybody he's working with.
I told you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he knew it was either violate this rule of his or quit his job and come after me. So that's what he did. He quit. Then he asked me to go out with him.
And what did you say?
Well, I've decided to take Rose's advice. I'm playing hard to get like that little possum in your story.
Did I mention the part where you hang upside down from the tree?
I can do that.
did a greater thing for me now. It is spending time with you. I want to stay with you forever so that I can see you, love you, and care for you. I feel magical when you are around me. I feel that there is a connection of the heart. have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such